On Saturday, Spurs played German side Hoffenheim, beating them 3-0 at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and then again on Sunday behind closed doors, ending in a draw. Matisse Tell on the difference in pre-season compared to last season. Ben Davies, who captained the side on Sunday in the 2-2 draw, spoke after the game. Transfer updates from Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano, and Romero and Spence send messages as they depart. Here are the daily Tottenham news headlines. Hi everyone, hope you're well. Welcome back to the channel to another edition of the Daily Tottenham News Headlines, where I'll be going through all the latest news, rumours and reports. My name's Leader Dorset Spur, and if you're watching on YouTube, please like, comment and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please do hit that follow button and leave a review if you can. Okay, so let's get into it. On Saturday, Spurs played German side Hoffenheim and beat them 3-0 in a pre-season friendly at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium with goals from Richarlison and a brace from Mikey Moore. After the game, Roberto De Zerbi said it was a good performance, a good day because we needed to increase and to improve the physical condition. For that, we decided to play 75 minutes for every player, and tomorrow, when we play again against Hoffenheim at Hotspur Way for 12 noon, with the players who didn't play today. Excuse me. We suffered in the first half without the ball because the style of Hoffenheim is clear. It's different. It's a particular style. They move, make lots of rotation. In the second half, we defended better and with the ball. I think we played well, built well, created many chances. It was a challenge playing against a team who plays with this style of play. When you prepare the game, you have the reference, the player in the specific position. If the opponent moves, they go around the pitch. They put many players over the line of the ball. If you regain the ball, you can go to score because in the first half, we had Matisse Tell, Lucas Bergvall, Conor Gallagher. In the second half, we had 2 chances and we could score. It was a good day. On Sunday, Spurs faced Hoffenheim again, this time behind closed doors at Hotspur Way. The result was a 2-2 draw, and this was Tottenham's final pre-season friendly before the 26-27 season starts. James Maddison featuring for the first time this summer, Roberto De Zerbi fielding a completely different starting 11 for the second meeting. Ben Davies and Luca Williams-Barnett were on target for Tottenham. Hoffenheim took the lead from the penalty spot after Maddison, making his first start in almost a year since his ACL injury, was dispossessed inside his own box before bringing down a Hoffenheim player. Maddison was substituted at half-time by De Zerbi, who will still be concerned by the absence of Mickey van der Ven, Destiny Udogie and Dominic Solanke ahead of Saturday's Premier League opener at Brentford. Summer signing Matías Fernández played 90 minutes along with Kevin Danso and Rodrigo Bentancur, while academy duo Ty Hall and Ademola Deji earned more starts. Matisse Tell on the difference in pre-season compared to last season. I would say the energy has been the big difference. Last year we missed this energy and now we can feel it on the pitch. The manager is behind us, always with us. We can see on the pitch, off the pitch, we are together. I am very happy and I'm excited about the new season. Spurs defender Ben Davies, who captained the side on Sunday in the 2-2 draw, spoke after the game. On his goal against Hoffenheim, against Hoffenheim in Tottenham's 2-2 draw. I'll get this right in a second. I should have scored last week, to be fair. I was making up for that one. It's something we work on quite a lot. We saw how important it was for us last season in the league, how important set pieces are, where they changed a lot of the games for us. It's part of the game now where you have to get those details right. And when the quality on the ball is like that, it makes it pretty easy. Ben Davies on how important are the first time crosses, and we saw the same with Andy Robertson to Richarlison on Saturday. I think the biggest thing it gives is that the defensive line is not set. They don't have a chance to get ready. I think it probably looks to a few people it might have been offside, but I don't know if their back line gets out quick enough because of how quickly the ball comes in. It's a great ball and I'm happy to have nicked one there. Ben Davies on where Tottenham are tactically at the moment. I think when the manager came in towards the end of last season, it was a very different situation. Desperate for results. You've seen this pre-season, we've tried to play a lot with the ball. You can see our midfield are very confident to get on it, try to play forward as much as they can. We're hoping we'll have a lot of the ball. We'll have to be patient at times. We're not going to try to just consistently force the ball and try to force goals, but everything comes with a reason. We're moving the opposition around to be able to create chances. The manager is obviously trying to implement that. I think Richie's goal yesterday and Luca's goal today, if you actually look at it, we're pretty calm with the ball. We're moving it around. It doesn't look like a lot's happening, but then one pass into Pape and one pass into Sandro, and all of a sudden the ball is in the back of the net in a couple of passes. It's all with a reason. Ben Davies on Tottenham's development players during pre-season, and it feels to have, if they've all stepped up. Definitely, it's exactly what you need from the club and also for us for the first team preparing for the new season. It's a big opportunity for those boys to come and show the manager what they can do. I remember when I was coming through at Swansea, it was pre-season and that gives you the opportunity to be around the first team. I'm sure some of these boys have taken it and hopefully we'll see them get their chances this year as well. And Ben Davies on the season number 13 for him at Spurs. I'm feeling really good. I'm really happy. I've got another 90 minutes under my belt, so very happy. I'm feeling fit. A couple of transfer updates from Italian journalist and transfer expert Fabrizio Romano. Juventus have made an official club-to-club approach with Tottenham for Vicario after Martinez deal currently off. Vicario wants Juventus and clubs now in direct negotiations on loan with buy clause. Talks underway to get it done. And Fabrizio Romano has always been talking about Savinho, a player who Tottenham have been trying to sign for over a year now. He said, Savinho out of Manchester City squad against Arsenal for Community Shield as he wants Tottenham move. Negotiations continue with THFC on a daily basis. Fabrizio Romano has always stated that Tottenham since want Savinho. They also want Gakpo from Liverpool and a striker in the remaining 16 days of the summer transfer window. On Saturday, Tottenham Hotspur released 3 official statements about the departures of Spence, Romero and Phillips. The official statement on Spence: we've reached an agreement with Internazionale for the transfer of Jed Spence. On the arrival from Middlesbrough in July 2022, the defender made a total of 85 appearances in our colours, scoring twice. The 26-year-old spent time on loan at League One side Stade Rennais, Leeds United and Italian outfit Genoa, before returning to N17 in the summer of 2024 and helping the team to European glory in Bilbao in May 2025. Making his England debut in September 2025, Jed now has 14 caps to his name and featured for his country at this summer's World Cup as the Three Lions reached the semi-finals of the competition. The official statement on Romero: we've reached an agreement with Atletico Madrid for the transfer of Christian Romero. Signed from Atlanta in 2021, QT was a key player in our Europa League triumph 24-25 and was named captain for the 25-26 campaign. His appearance in all competitions last season took his tally to 156 in our colours. A Copa America winner just before his arrival, QT became the second Spurs player to win the World Cup when Argentina beat France in Qatar in 2022. He won the Copa America again in 2024 and reached the second World Cup final this summer. Born in Cordoba, Christian began his career at Belgrano and had spells in Genoa and Juventus before signing from Atlanta. We wish QT all the best for the future. The official statement on Phillips: we have reached agreement with Middlesbrough on the transfer of Ashley Phillips. The England under-21 defender joined us from Blackburn Rovers in August 2023. On the bench 8 times for the first team in 23-24, making his debut. Ashley spent the second half of that season on loan at Championship side Plymouth Argyle, where he made 20 appearances. He then joined Stoke City on loan for the 24-25 season, making 39 appearances, including 35 in the Championship. He returned to the Potters on loan in 25-26, this time racking up 44 appearances, 40 in the Championship. His performances earning him a nomination for the Championship's Young Player of the Season. We wish Ashley all the best for the future. So Christian Romero wrote a letter to the Tottenham Hotspur fans after joining Atletico Madrid. Today I say goodbye to a place that for 5 seasons was much more than a club. It was my home, my challenge, and my place where my family and I built such an important part of our lives. I leave with a heart full of memories and enormous pride for everything we lived and achieved together. When I arrived, I had a clear dream to leave my name in this club's history. I knew the only way was through hard work, sacrifice, and achieving something that had seemed so difficult for so long, lifting a trophy again. And we did it. The journey wasn't perfect, but I don't want that to define my goodbye. I choose to remember the happy moments, the lessons, the people who stood by me, above all, the love that I received during these 5 years. Thank you to everyone at the club who shared this journey with me, coaches, teammates, staff, and every person working behind the scenes. You are all part of my story and have a place in my heart. And to the fans, thank you for loving me, respecting me, and making me feel like one of you from day one. Thank you for every hug, every song, every flag, every applause, and for always being there. I know I wasn't perfect, but one thing gives me peace. I always gave everything. I defended this shirt with pride and with all my heart. Thank you for everything. I'm leaving the club, but a part of my heart will always remain here. Once I was one of you, today I leave one of you forever. With all my love and respect, thank you for everything, and goodbye. And Jed Spence sent a message to the Tottenham Hotspur fans. A special chapter comes to an end. It's been some journey with plenty of memories, moments and experiences that I'll carry with me forever, especially that night in Bilbao. Thanks to all the staff members who helped me along the way, the players who've become family, and most importantly, thank you to the fans. Time for a new chapter now, but Spurs will always have a place in my heart. Come on, you Spurs. So quite a lot there, really, I guess, to talk about. I'll just give you a couple of views on that. I guess the big stories in there are Romero and Spence moving on. They were both inevitable. We saw them come in, and it's easy to default to feelings of annoyance and upset, certainly at Romero, for how it all came to an end. He probably stayed one more year, not longer than he should have done. I think last year was a really difficult year for lots and lots of reasons, and everything was amplified regardless of what he did. We have to remember that Romero was the player of the match that gave us that long-awaited trophy. He was an important player for us at times. He's played really well at times. He's scored a decent amount of goals as well, and he's a very, very good footballer. But the sendings off, the injuries, the getting back fitness just in time for Argentina, the disappearance back to Argentina before the last game of the season will all have muddied those waters, and that will be difficult to get away from. But hopefully in time that will mellow and people will look back with fondness at some of the time that he played for Spurs and some of the things that he did do. In terms of Spence, I think there will be an element of disappointment in this because I do think that Jed is a very good footballer, very adaptable, can play left and right and so on. But from his point of view, and you've got to look at it from his point of view, he can see his position being limited, given that we've bought specifically for the left-sided position, which he's played an awful lot of. And with Porro winning the World Cup and being so consistent, he's likely to be the first name on the score sheet, on the team sheet rather. So I guess it's time for him to look at it as going, my standard is high. I'm going to get a good move in this one. So you can kind of see it makes sense. Not lots of money for both of those, but at the same time, it's still money back in. and they have played their part. And the way they look at it in terms of football is players are on a sliding scale. They're valued at this amount of money, and then every season they play, you get so much back, and it kind of diminishes how much they owe you, I guess. And so from a club point of view, it's still pretty good business. And I think there is a sell-on clause, certainly for Romero. So yeah, I guess, and the other one I just wanted to touch on is this one about Vicario. Looks like he is going to go. We've known that as another one that we're expecting to leave. Again, not big money, but going out of the Premier League, you're not going to get big money for him. So it looks like Juventus may well be a spot for him. The big question in my mind is, if this is a loan deal with a buy option, is that option an option to buy, or is it an obligation to buy? Because the reality of that is we need an obligation to buy. If you're not selling the player straight away, you will need an obligation, because that guarantees you that money in the next season. And we will still want that money in to be able to keep upgrading the squad every season, because that's what you need to do. You cannot afford to go 3 transfer windows without buying a player. It don't work like that. It's no good. It's not going to help you going forward, and it's going to make you fall all the way back. Anyway, that's enough from me. Thanks for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're watching on YouTube, please do like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. If you're listening on an audio platform, please give that a follow and leave a review if you can. My name's Leader Dorset Spur. You'll find me over on my own channel if you'd like to pop over and say hi. I'll be grateful to have you. I'm still chasing down that 3,000 subscribers. If not, no worries. I'll see you on the next one. And as always, up the Spurs.